One of our viewers asked, "Chefs, I know you like teaching us how to make animations, but what if we like watching them instead of making them? What do you think of that?"
Look.
About 17% of any given population are actual creative producers. And then 30% are wannabe producers. And over here, 53% are zombie couch potatoes that sit around and watch the other creative producers work. Welcome, zombie couch potatoes. Without you, we would have no audience. Since our last episode, we've been very busy.
Our studio almost burned down.
Yep, we had a fire.
And our studio became a storage space while we cleaned up the mess for 2 months. Eventually, we dug out our studio so we could make some holiday specials. We hope you saw our Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, and Mother's Day specials. We fit those in while cleaning up after our fire. Anyway, welcome back to Animation Chefs. We missed you.
We love drawing little chef heads to put on our map.
Especially our new visitors from Rwanda.
Actually, this doesn't surprise us, since we had the opportunity a few years ago to go to Rwanda and teach animation.
Years back, Scholastic invited us to Rwanda to help teach kids animation. It was to help promote their book, Looking for Misa. You may have seen the post we did about it a couple months back. They loved Animation Chefs then, and they've been spreading the word ever since. But don't take our word for it. Here's what one of the animators had to say when they were finished.
It's great to do an animation with kids, because every movie I see is with grown-ups and computers, and then you do it with paper and hand, and which is incredible for people to do.
They did a beautiful animation about a gorilla named Misa. You should check out Misa.com. It'll show you all the movies that we did there.
What's it time for?
KYSSKYMS. Keep your stories simple, keep your movie short. Kiss Kim.
We're not doing very complicated stuff here.
Notice we're not about flash animation and 3D animation.
Although we love 3D movies and know many 3D animators that work in Hollywood studios, we are not here to teach you that.
But if you want to get into 3D animation, we'll give you a heads up about what to expect.
Then you'll see why we are intentional simpletons.
First, you have to learn about inverse kinematics. You'll be using a program like Maya, which has about 4,300 buttons to accomplish this. That means you have to put a skeleton inside a model and weight the joints so they behave like regular joints. You won't always be looking at the model though, so you have to make sure you understand the parent joints and how everything reacts. And that's just the inside of your model. On the outside, there's a NURBS lattice you have to keep track of, and remember to weight your axes well. If you're not rendering procedurally, you'll have to use a texture map, which means taking a 2D drawing and mapping it to a 3D surface.
When you're finally done rigging your character, you can now move on to lighting. You'll have to understand the difference between spectral light, ambient light, and diffuse light, and how it relates to your model. Then you have to
place these light sources inside your 3D model so it affects your model properly.
When you're done, press render, and then you have to wait an hour to see one picture.
With us, we think the idea is a lot more important than the tools.
We're looking for the fastest and easiest ways for your ideas to get animated and online.
For example, get Whiteboard and an iPad and get started immediately. Now this is a setup that we like to use. We have an iPad taped to the top of the box, we have iStopMotion open, and it's pointing down at the whiteboard. So my idea is to make an animation about a chef in a skateboard park. Let's see how it goes. Here we will draw a line, and then I'll take a picture. Draw another line, and then I'll take a picture. In straight ahead animation, you do not have any storyboards. This is just get up and go. Can you say straight ahead animation? Straight ahead animation means that you're not going to be doing much storyboarding or planning. Well, I've been going for about an hour, and let's take a look at what it looks like.
Low-tech, handmade, and fast.
That's why we say, kiss Kim's.
Remember last episode on our pot of problems?
Celery.
We were asked to make calla fruity in our own kitchen. Well, here it is. Check it out.
Must eat cold vegetables. Attack refrigerator.
Refrigerants must die.
That's what I'm taking it out.
Perished. Sublime. Pitiful. Mojito. Of a carnage. Split pit. Impeach. Peach cobbler. Of a coward. Guacamole.
Refrigerated scum! Take this, low-calorie commando.
Nana. Feel the pain. Keratosis. Pulverized potassium.
Single-cell celery.
Bruised bananas.
What the?
Vegetation aggravation.
On today's fan films, we have another Godzilla movie. We have helped some local kids make a Godzilla movie using some green screen that we have talked about here.
Check it out.
This is when Godzilla just walks through the whole city.
What's your favorite part of animation?
Everything, I can't decide. The cities. Making the set. Cities. Making the set was really fun. This mini city. Godzilla! Let's go for a ride! Yeah! Where do you want to go, Godzilla?
I want to be on Broadway. I want to be a chimney sweep in Mary Poppins. Here we are. Check this out. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, and time, step in time, step in time. Don't need a riddle, don't need a rhyme, get to the rhythm.
Come on, Godzilla!
What comes next? Kick your knees up, step in time, kick your knees up, step in time. Don't need a riddle, don't need a rhyme, don't need a... Mary Poppins, where are you going?
Away from your big feet.
No buildings were harmed in the making of this film.
Now it's time to slap me with an app.
Today we'll be reviewing two apps, iStopMotion and Animation Creator. But first, iStopMotion. We're going to show you a little straight-ahead animation with iStopMotion, so you know how it works. You can get animating in seconds with an iPad and iStopMotion. Every time you take a picture, a thumbnail drops to the timeline on the bottom of the screen. It's really cool. And the onion skinning feature helps you keep track of where you are in the animation. Okay, we're going to show you the layout here of iStopMotion. First, when you get into it, you can tap the screen once. It'll bring up this menu bar here, and you click that little camera there. And you can change what cameras you're using. You can use a different camera as an iPhone, front camera, or the back-facing camera. And this also brings you into the settings. In the settings here, you can set the focus, exposure, and white balance of your camera. So once you get that to your liking, you can go over here and press done. And then down here at the bottom here, little settings, you can change the frame rate of your animation. We like to keep it at 15 frames per second, so we put that there. And you can also make sure it's onion skin or showing only what's on the camera. But there's another way you can do this by holding down the middle and just sliding, so you can get even more exact with what you want. At the bottom left here, you have some options so you can put in some sound. You can record your own voice with the record button or the audio library. They have their own sounds that you can use. Up here, you can go back to the gallery. You can also change the name of your clip by holding down the name, deleting it, and something. We'll just call it something like glasses. So let's go back into this. And the main buttons here is the play and record button. The play button, you can go through and watch what you've done. And you watch me push the record button. It's this little button right here. You click it and it'll take a picture. And this is how to erase a picture. You can either drag it over and drop it right there, or you can click on the little wrench right there, and you can either delete the frame, delete everything, or you can duplicate or completely flip the whole animation around. If you want to put this online, there's a very easy way to do that. All you have to do is press the share button right there, and you can share to a bunch of places. You can put it to your camera roll, YouTube, Dropbox, and other stuff. And then you log into your YouTube account and it should upload. Okay, we're about done. Let's see how it looks. So that's pretty much iStopMotion.
The next app lets you do what we did on the whiteboard animation, only you could do it digitally. Animation Creator. Let me show you what I did on a short card drive. Alright, so I did this all with my finger. Pretty cool, huh? This took me about a good hour to complete. Pretty cool how apps like this make mobile devices these days animating machines.
So it's an exciting time in the world of mobile animation.
There's nothing in here. Paper.
Cool.
My turn. Your challenge is to go to a restaurant and make a spaghetti western using salt as the hero and pepper as the bad guy, all during dinner.
That sounds tasty.
So until next time, Bone! Animate!